mean, who has time or wherewithal for processing emotions when you got to focus on surviving? And so when you ask where does it fall in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I don't know the precise area, but I will say this is a theory I've come up with since, and I haven't done any research on it yet, but when we're in survival mode as human beings, when our basic needs aren't met, we don't really have the capacity to care about our emotions. Okay? If I haven't eaten in 12 hours and I don't have a safe place to sleep that night, emotions aren't going to be on the forefront of my mind. They're going to be on the back burner. I'm focused on surviving in that moment. I can't cry about it. If I cry about it, there's not going to be a hamburger that magically appears just because I cry about it, right? So in survival mode, those tears are actually a waste of energy that could be channeled into pursuing food for that night and a safe place to sleep. But as soon as we can get those basic needs met of basic survival, then our emotions start to become more the forefront. And some people will argue, well, I don't want to have to deal with my emotions, so I'll just stay in survival mode. That's going to show up for you in a lot of other ways: health concerns, stress levels, relationship trouble. But if we can get those baseline things met, then we can have a little bit of space, mental space, physical space, relational space to process some of those emotions in such a way that we can start to feel more comfortable and spend more time in thriving mode. And thriving mode is where those basic needs are met and we have the ability to, you know what, I feel this, and so I'm going to tend to it this way because I have access to those resources, or I have someone in my life that can lend me a hug when I'm feeling sad, or things like that. So survival mode and thriving mode are completely different in how we navigate emotions and whether or not emotions are at the forefront or not. But I look back at our ancestors and think of mine specifically survived the Great Depression, World War I, World War II. I even had ancestors in the Civil War that were impoverished in some places, hill country in the South. And I don't think they really had the space, the luxury of navigating emotion because they were trying to survive war. They were trying to pick up that crop and make sure the crop came in so they could eat over the winter.